All right. We are back for another deal of the week. Just gonna get Instagram loaded up here. Yep, looks like it's good to go.
Nice.
Just gotta press the go live button. Perfect. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Deal of the Week, where Ribhu and we will analyze a couple of properties right on the market here, and we will tell you, what it looks like from an investor perspective, what we're looking for, and how good of a deal these are. So, we got some interesting properties lined up for you guys today. You definitely want to check out this one. All right, how are you doing, Ribhu?
Good, man. It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, it's just been busy. Couple things on the go, but all
Yeah,
good. Triplex conversion on the way. Lots going on. How's things on your end?
yeah, pretty good, man. A lot of clients making big moves. One of my clients is doing a triplex conversion as well. We're actually gonna go check out that one this weekend. We're doing a YouTube video. We're gonna do a kind of like an investor strategy spotlight where the crew is coming to town, and we're gonna do like a big long form instead of your typical 30-second clips. We're doing like a full 10, 15, maybe even 20-minute YouTube video, and we're gonna really highlight what it's about. And because triplex convergence, it's not as simple as we wish it was.
No, that's cool, man. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we got to introduce myself, I am George Wang. I'm an investor and real estate agent out of the Belleville area. I predominantly work with other real estate investors working in the multifamily space, tenanted properties, fix and flips, things like that. And Ribhu here is a investor with Olympus Properties here in Belleville, doing some really crazy investment stuff. And he is also a mortgage agent here, ready to help you out with any investing or home buying needs. Feel free to reach out. Our names and our contact information will be scrolling nonstop above us right here. So
Nice.
feel free to reach out at any point. I think both of our preferred forms of communication are Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into it. I have two properties here that I think were really interesting. Where's the button to? It's been a while. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. This is a fourplex in Trenton.
Oh, nice. What a price.
Yeah, it's the price recently dropped. I think they started at 850 something, so they've come down roughly 100 grand since then. And I think this is a solid property. So let me, instead of the pictures, I'll go to the description first. Attention investors, blah, 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 blah. Solid all brick fourplex. Each unit is 3-bed, 1-bath.
Wow.
Laundry hookup, each in it with his own entrance. So, oh yeah, you're right. There are 4 doors.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanner's already jumped in. That place you want to see in person. I made an offer on it and they rejected it. Well, clearly you didn't offer high enough. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm really curious what this property is like, but it, like, just from the outside, it looks like it's a well-built property. You got 4 doors, all with its own entrance.
Nice.
And the fact that it's all 3-bed, 1-bath, it's pretty significant. Most multis, they're usually 2 beds. 3 beds are pretty rare.
Yeah, Tanner said needs a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll get that eventually, but
Yeah.
No interior common areas to maintain, which that's a big plus actually.
Yeah, big time.
All units have individual 3-car paved drives. What? Each unit has 3, so there's 12 parking spots?
Honestly,
No
it's a great
way.
property, man. Like, that's solid. Yeah.
And then of course they all have their own high utility meters, which is pretty cool. Each unit comes with a storage, and so one of them has been renovated and available for showing. Projected rent for this unit, yeah, that's the one that's vacant. So I've already looked at the financials, and I can tell you that there's 3 units occupied out of the 4, paying below market rent.
I got distracted by that big capital letter real called VTB.
Yes. We'll get that in a bit, but it's 3 units occupied, 1 unit vacant, and the 3 that are occupied, they're all below market rent. They're around $800, $900 a month. So in term for a 3-bed, we're looking at more like 2,000, right?
Yeah.
So potential lift there, but there is one that is vacant that is ready to put at market rent.
Yeah.
And the only less you need to see the vacant one for now. Sellers may consider VTB with large down payment. Interpretation of what large is could be it's up for interpretation. But you never know. You could maybe get a second position private or something, right? If they make you do something real crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the pictures.
Let's do it.
So yeah, they're right. Big driveway.
Yeah.
4 doors. Nice brick construction. This must be the newly renovated unit that's vacant.
It does give a pretty good idea of what they.
Is that quartz? No.
It's probably is it quartz? Or is it one of those quartz looking countertops?
It's too straight to be laminate, and it's too thin to be laminate. I think there's no way. I mean, if it's gonna fool me, it's gonna fool the tenant as well. Okay.
Oh man, don't believe.
Also, the appraiser.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people make fun of me because every time I go into a unit, I tap on the countertops with my nails to see what sound it makes because I don't trust how they're too good nowadays. The laminates, man. See that could be laminate, but I think it's quartz.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks pretty nice.
Nice.
Bathroom's nice. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it in the photos.
All the pictures.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the vacant unit. That's what it looks like right now. And yeah, pretty interesting property.
Nice.
So anyway, we're here to look at the numbers, so we're gonna jump straight into the numbers here.
Yeah.
What was the purchase price? 759?
Yeah, 7599.
Alrighty. So I have the income here. Don't mind me. That plus that plus that plus, and the vacant unit, the listing says they project 2,000. Honestly, I don't think 2,000 is that far off for what it looks like right now. Yeah. Not for a 3-bed, right? A 3-bed's like a really nice one. You can push 2,300 up there. So
yeah,
2,000 for
it seems to have enough parking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 3 occupied units plus the vacant with $2,000, we're looking at just over $4,600 a month. Pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
Like what can you buy in Toronto or near GTA for that price if that makes that much money? Despite the fact that it's below market rent, right? Not much.
Yeah. Not that makes that much money. You're probably looking for about $3,000 rent max at that purchase price. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's with each one of these has a chance to really double, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Up on turnover. Who knows when, but
yeah.
Roughly $4,000 a year in property taxes. So error because there's a comma. Great.
Yeah.
Insurance for a fourplex, I don't know, 200, no, more than that.
300? Yeah, let's say 300 to be safe, especially because we don't know what the rest of the place is like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And utilities, the tenants are paying.
Yeah, one unit
all utilities
is
water, and then there is some hot water tank, roughly $120 worth of hot water tank.
Okay.
Plus some water. Let's just say $200, right?
Yeah.
Of course, no condo fees as before. So we're looking at 45 or just under 4,600 a month in income. That's minus vacancy, and 1,300 for expenses. With the purchase price, assuming we're paying asking price, right?
Mm-hmm.
At 20% down, you need roughly 150 G's to buy this. Interest rates 5.7. Is that still within the realm?
I think it probably dropped to like 5.4.
Really?
Yeah, I got an approval last week from Scotia of 5.29. So.
Oh, we got a question from Instagram on my Instagram. You might want to check your Instagram to see if anyone's making questions. What area of Quinte West is this in? That's a great question. I actually don't remember. Oh God, this is the stupidest thing ever. Sorry, I'm just gonna use Google. This is. All right. Oh, it's actually it's a good area. Remember this area? There's some really nice homes here. We have a mutual client of ours who did a duplex conversion in this neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
This is the Prospect Hill McQuaid
neighborhood.
Yeah, that's a super good neighborhood. Over here, probably not as nice. Oh, but you're in a corner lot. There's a park there. There's a park over here, and of course, super close to the base, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say proximity wise, pretty desirable.
Yeah.
I know this area isn't the greatest in Quinty West, but this is good. This is not so good. This is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tanner says he went on North Murray Street and it was pretty quiet. So, yeah, that's what I suspected. With a big park right here, it can't be that bad, right?
No.
Especially and even a little mini park here.
Yeah.
All right, back to numbers. Back to numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at 5.4, 30-year amortization, of course, we as investors, we want to stretch out our amortization as
Yep.
far as possible.
Mm-hmm.
3,400 a month in
Mhm.
mortgage payment. So with the current numbers, you are looking at just a cash flow negative of $179. Keep in mind, guys, this is with a 5% reserve and maintenance contingencies that we
Yeah.
put in, and 6% for property management, and 2% for vacancy. If you didn't put aside all that money, you're looking at roughly cash flow positive, like $400, $500.
Mm-hmm.
So, and don't forget, so these are the 3 units are below market rent. Yes, they've probably been there for a while. They're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But the second one of them moves out, your cash flow jumps up $1,000 a month.
Yeah, big time. Like there's huge spread there. There's huge
Yeah.
upside. Yeah.
If you were a magician and you were the master of cash or keys, right? We know some people in our circles who are really good at it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've probably seen Alvin. He's been doing some crazy things with cash or
Yeah.
keys. He's
Yeah.
looking for like if you were able to turn over all 3 of these units using your persuasion skills, you'd be looking at a jump of cash flow by $3,000 a month,
Yeah.
easily.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. My comment on Instagram says that matters as someone who lived and invested in Belleville. Quinty West can be rough. Yes, it can be, but
Yeah,
Quinty West it's really odd in a sense where it's so heavily dependent on which pocket you're in. I would say Trenton's or Quinty West or Trenton has a bigger income disparity than Belleville does.
I'd agree. It's a big checkerboard, man. Like it's
Yeah.
a big checkerboard for sure.
Like it's like almost like a minefield. Like sometimes it's the bad parts are really bad. The good parts are like beyond what the nice part of Belleville is. Have you noticed that?
I don't know about that part, but the nice parts do get pretty good.
Some of these subdivisions in Trenton are like nicer than any subdivision I've seen in Belleville. That's for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They went subdivisions.
Yeah, they're like starting at 1.1 million just in a subdivision.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got a question here. Is Ribhu a mortgage broker? Yes, he is. Feel free to reach out to him for any of your mortgage needs, especially if you want someone to pick their brains regarding the investing strategy if it makes sense at the same time. If it is that what you're doing. He's got lots of creative strategies in terms of accessing your capital, equity in another asset. Most people, I've noticed a lot of them aren't nearly as creative as what he can come up with.
Thanks, George.
Yeah. You mentioned being near the base. That's huge. Yeah. It's not close enough to walk to by any means, but from here to directions. Oh, not my location. I just gave my location away.
One thing I'd keep in mind while you Google that too, something to keep in mind for military tenants, is if you could get a good balance of good price and proximity to the base, you will fill very, very quickly. There's a huge military shortage right now. The thing is, a lot of military people are very price sensitive, so you get that balance of proximity and price, and like that, you'll fill it. But you're gonna have to be willing to trade off probably a little bit of cash flow, but for a AAA tenant.
Absolutely, and I've noticed these the military tenants they know that they've started to realize how desirable they are, and they start haggling pretty hard now.
Yeah,
because they know how. Yeah,
I do it all day on my personal properties, 100%. Because then what usually happens too is then they get posted, and then they usually refer you to the person behind them, and then you just keep it rolling. It's great.
Yeah. So as you can see here, it's a less than 10-minute drive to go to the base. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, that's it. This one, guys. Of course, on here with all these contingencies, slightly cash flow negative, but we're talking about potential upsides of additional $3,000 a month in cash flow once you get the turnover coming in. And plus, this is with contingencies built in. Doesn't necessarily mean you're actually bleeding out unless you're actually paying or doing repairs all the time. Tanner says Trenton continues to. Let me show this. Trenton continues to surprise me. My property on Mercia that I thought wasn't the greatest neighborhood is now bringing $6,000 a month. Yeah, don't sleep on Trenton, folks. Yeah, I know, man. I know exactly which property you're talking about. That was a good one for sure, man. And the tenant that used to live there actually moved to one of my clients' duplexes, and I actually he wasn't too sure about them, but because I met them at that property, that's when I knew how they were actually pretty good people. So
nice, very cool.
Yeah, small world, very small world. And then just comment here, June. Yeah. June 1st, you're hosting an event and a house tour. Is this on the tour? It could be. I was thinking of keeping it in Belleville specifically. Honestly, with the tours, I honestly won't be deciding the property to go to until like 2 days before, just because things come and go all the time, right? So this could be on it.
If somebody buys it.
Don't forget, if there's like 30 people coming, I have to call the agent ahead of time and let them know and get their permission, because not everyone's down with that, right?
Yeah, and this one, it looks like they don't even want you to see the other units. It's tenanted too, right? So unless you have an offer in.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's this one. So that's an example of what you can buy. You can get 4 units for $750,000. 4 units, one of them being vacant, the other 3 good size but below market rent. I want to show you the other side of the coin. This one's in Belleville. It is a purpose-built duplex side by side. It was I think it was built maybe 3 years ago or something like that. As you can see, there's a garage on each half. Honestly, if you look at this, like, you're looking at 2 semis. That's what you're getting out of this. You're getting 2 semis.
It is separate garage and everything, it looks like, right?
Yeah, it's right. Like, if this was Toronto, this would have been a semi all day, every day. But this is on one title. It's considered a duplex as opposed to two pieces of, title kind of thing. So we'll jump into this. I'll show you the pictures real quick.
Man, just side note, it's a 45-foot frontage in Toronto. That would be 3 semis, okay?
So, as you can see, a garage for each half. Like, it looks like new construction. Like, what do you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
pretty nice. Oh, they went high end too. Stone, tile.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, they got these heat pumps, AC units, whatever. Radiator system for heat. Interesting. So one thing I noticed was that in the where they put the number of bedrooms, they put 0 plus 5, which means all the bedrooms are below grade. Okay. So looks like because it's a raised bungalow, how they did it was they put the living room and the kitchen on the main floor, and then they put the bedrooms on the lower level. As you can see, and because it's a raised bungalow, like you can see, this is where the ground level ends. So plenty of, like, it's not, it doesn't, nothing feels like it's a basement whatsoever. Plenty of light still.
Yeah.
Nice. The reason I mentioned this is because I actually sent this to another investor recently, and he asked, "Is there like an unfinished basement that we can, develop further?" And I was like, "No, it's already fully used to its ability." Yeah. And this is the other unit, vacant. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Same finishes. That's a nice kitchen, man. That's nice. Like the kitchen in my house. I think it's better than the kitchen in my house.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the kitchen in your house, but it is pretty nice.
I didn't get any fancy. Oh, they got their own deck and everything. Wow, like a privacy fence and.
Yeah. Wow. Honestly, man, I know some of the townhouses built by these same developers, and it doesn't look like it's very much different than this.
No. Yeah. So the price point is $750-ish, right? You're really getting 2 houses for whatever 750 divided 2 is. $375. Like, would you be okay with, in your opinion, would you be okay with buying half of this for $375?
Yeah, big time.
Big time, right?
Yeah,
right. Time. So here's the floor plan. As you can see, there's a center party wall that's fire rated. Each person has their own entrance, and it's like a 2/3 to 1/3 split.
Yeah.
So one side is slightly bigger than the other, and that's why one of them has 3 bedrooms and the other one has 2.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah. So, stop doing that. All right. So just jumping straight to the description, give you some 9-foot ceilings, 16 pot lights.
Wow.
Quartz countertops. You can tell this is written by ChatGPT. Exudes sophistication and durability.
Quartz. Yeah, man, it's great. Radiant and floor heat. Water radiator, ductless AC, triple wide driveways.
Triple wide. Oh yeah, you're right. Triple wide.
Yeah. Okay. Look at those property taxes, though, eh? Jeez, good old Belleville.
That's Belleville, right? I almost want to I almost want to move right across the bridge to Rossmore because the property taxes are like a quarter of Belleville's.
That's nuts.
Anyway, so 7,699. Right. Property taxes. I'm just gonna enter this now. All right. So income-wise, so the 3-bed unit is vacant and the 2-bed is currently occupied. What do you think the vacant 3-bed would fetch for? You being the property manager.
At least 2,600.
Damn, bro. Okay, cool.
So we have a 2-bedroom leased right now, built by the same builder. It is a semi, but I'd say it's pretty much the same layout for 2,500. Right now, and I think this would be 26 because it's Belleville.
Gotcha. Okay, and the currently occupied side is paying, I think, a little bit less than what it could be. I'm not even gonna say it because this property was built after November 2018. What that means is that this is not within rent control realms, which means we can raise it to market rent whenever we want, however we want. So, what would you say the market rent of the 2-bed unit is?
Probably 2,400.
Damn, bro, really? I was thinking 2,000, but okay. I'm actually a little bit more out of touch with
what's
really
the
nice
area
stuff.
again? So I mean,
it's Potter's Creek, I'm pretty sure, which is even more desirable.
Yes, I mean the place that I'm thinking in mind is in Potter's Creek.
Okay, so there you go.
So let's say 23.
23. So 26 and 23, right? And you don't have to be that guy. If you bought this, you don't have to be the guy that raises the rent. But I just want to run the numbers as if, and because you could, right?
Yeah.
All right. Property taxes, $500 a month. That sucks, of course. Insurance for this, this is a duplex. It's new construction. Maybe. 150, right?
Yeah.
Repairs and maintenance. Honestly, it's like so new. What would you put for repairs and maintenance? I'm using like 1 or 2. I'm thinking.
Yeah, very few. Like when was it built?
I don't remember. I'd have
I'm
to
just
go
curious if you're still on the builders. Anyway, yeah, let's say 2%. I don't know. It wouldn't be much.
No, I'd be very surprised if I was spending more than $100 a month.
Yeah,
on repairs, right?
Yeah.
Property management. Since this would be $200,
sure.
$200 for $100 per door, right?
Yeah.
Utilities 0 because the tenants are paying for everything. So look at that income and look at that expense, man.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I'm just curious. Like, even at the current rent, like, what are we at?
The current rent's $1,550.
What?
Yeah. Some people just don't know how to push it, like we do, and some people might think we're jerks, right?
That's fair.
Yeah, because we have a fiduciary duty to ourselves.
Yeah.
I have a fiduciary duty to my wallet. So.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get a T-shirt made for you.
But and I honestly, that is a big jump. That's an $800 increase, right? So I probably roll it in over the period of maybe 3 or 5 years, right? Just in that.
Yeah, it doesn't need to
really piss them off. But I just want to spell out here that if you could close this and immediately put it up to 2,300 if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, they can move, right? It's just free market at work.
Yeah.
So 769 down payment again around 150. It's actually pretty close to the other one, right?
Yeah.
And your mortgage payment is 3460. So with this, holy shit. Is this a new construction duplex that's cash flow positive?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh my god.
You surprised yourself there, I know.
I honestly thought this was gonna be cash flow negative, like $1,000, just because of how often does new things ever go cash flow positive? But oh wow. Well, I really wish I had $153,000 available right now.
Yeah, this would be a play. I'm just curious. Let's just throw a number in there for fun.
Okay.
I have in mind. So let's put 10% down.
10% down. You're like buying for primary res?
Yeah,
Or
let's do 499 rate. 25-year RAM. And then let's do one more change. Let's take out the 2600 rent.
okay, so you're occupying the 3-bed side is what we're running it as.
Yeah.
So no more property management.
No.
Insurance will be the same. Property tax will be the same.
Yeah.
So it costs you $2,500 a month to live there.
And you own a 759 asset. I did.
I mean, that place I would pay $2,500 a month for, and then over time to rent that place costs you 26. So why wouldn't you pay 25?
Yeah.
For a mortgage, right? And then you're building equity on that property as well over time.
Paid on lots of stuff. Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah, because I would live in this any day. Like this is, as good as my current house that I live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
So
good property.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys the two different sides of the coin for the same amount of money, roughly, plus minus $10,000. There's two different angles you could go. You could go more units, but an older building with below market rents, with a potential huge upside of turnover. Whenever that happens, could be next month, could be next year, could be 10 years from now, right? But the numbers aren't bad by any means, just the way it is. And I honestly like that one quite a bit. And on the other side, we have something that you get 2 doors instead of 4 doors, but you have no rent control, which we don't know how long that's going to last for, depending on the shifting political climate. But in the meantime, you could increase the rent to whatever you want. And at market rents, this thing brings in a crazy amount of money. And at market rents, based on our analysis, this thing's actually cash flow positive on the buy, which is pretty sweet for a new construction home like this.
Big time.
Yeah. All right. That's it for me. I actually surprised myself quite a bit for this thing being cash flow positive right off the bat. Really wish I had 150 grand to play with right now.
Yeah.
I would actually consider selling my house and moving into that one.
Why would you sell it? You got a fourplex you can refinance.
Oh, it's true. No, but what I mean is down the road I would because right now I rent rooms in my house, right? So this is just a more comfortable version of what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's fair.
And my house is worth roughly 100 grand more.
George, I know you're gonna rent the second unit out, and then you're still gonna rent the extra rooms you have left over.
Of course, I am.
What do you mean the more comfortable version?
Yeah, rent out the shed or a parking spot too.
Yeah. 100%. Cool, man. Yeah, those a couple good ones. Definite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, so that's it for us this week. Hopefully you enjoyed what we shared with you. Again, my name is George. I am, if you're looking at any of these two properties and you are interested in what maybe jumping into one of these assets, definitely reach out. And if you're curious about how to get that 5.4% mortgage or whether you're looking at this as an investment property or looking at your primary residence, even if you don't have the cash, I'm sure you have equity somewhere. Ribhu's here to strategize with you, and with a quick conversation, you can really figure out how to move forward when you probably thought that you couldn't.
Yeah, let's buy some shit.
Yeah. And again, our information is nonstop going up there. Feel free to reach out anytime. Preferred Instagram, but email is just as fine as well. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully. I know we're not that consistent, but we'll try to keep at it. All right, guys. See you.
Yeah.